The Tesla Cybertruck will push Tesla shares to $5,000 by 2025. Okay guys, the reason I'm making this video, I just posted a previous video of my Tesla price target of $1,000 by 2021, and I'm not really sure if you guys are trolling me or not, but someone left a comment saying that because Tesla keeps raising capital through share offerings, that the stock is going to go to the intrinsic value of $4. And guys, that's just really not the way you want to think about stocks, especially special companies like Tesla in general. So I'm going to give you guys a exact reason why Tesla stock is going to reach $5,000 within the next 4 to 5 years. And most of that growth is going to be powered, I believe, by the Cybertruck. And that's really a vehicle that no one's really looking at. Everyone's looking at the Model S and the Model 3 and things like that, saying Tesla stock PE ratio is too high, guys. But there's a reason that PE ratio is really high. So I'm going to show you guys. So first off, this is something that a lot of people aren't talking about. We've got the Cybertruck. So obviously, okay, so here we are on the Tesla's website. You guys can check this out at tesla.com/Cybertruck. So as you can see here, this is like this whole Back to the Future looking type, vehicle. And if you guys aren't aware, trucks are big sellers in the United States. And some of these vehicles have the highest margins out of all vehicles. So Ford has basically, made a living off of their F-150 truck. And that's one of the markets that Tesla is going to enter into. So this vehicle is currently not being sold. They're taking pre-orders. But wait till I show you guys exactly how many pre-orders they have. But first I want to quickly go over the vehicle. As you can see here, very unique looking exoskeleton and things like that. And this is a very versatile vehicle as well. Of course, it's all electric. It even has a pop-back trunk, and it also has armored glass as well. So this is just a beast of a vehicle. I've really never seen anything like this. It can tow over 14,000 pounds, so it's strong as an ox. 50-mile range, 250 plus miles range, has autopilot. It's just a absolute beast of a vehicle, I believe. It's just it's like a tank basically, guys. So we take a look at this vehicle. 60 in 2.9 seconds. So this vehicle is just amazing, just strong, durable, everything like that. Basically exactly what everyone likes in a Tesla. But let me show you guys some of the pre-orders that this it's something that a lot of people aren't talking about. So if we head over here to Observer, we can see here it says Tesla Cybertruck is huge pre-order. So as you can see here, the article says that they began taking pre-orders for the Cybertruck in November 29, and it says Tesla has received a gigantic number of pre-orders. Musk said so much as he stopped counting. So apparently he says, now this is back in September, so I expect there are a lot more now. He says there's about 500,000 to 600,000 customers on the waiting list for the Cybertruck. Now 600,000 cars. Tesla only does about 500,000 cars for the entire year. So this Cybertruck has more reservations than their entire 2020 annual output. And think about this. They're expected to produce the first one in 2021 in the Texas factory. And Elon Musk is serious about this, guys. Apparently, Elon Musk has actually moved to Texas from California. So even though Tesla is still headquartered there along with SpaceX, is headquartered in California, the CEO moved to Texas. So he's serious about this truck, and he knows that this truck is going to provide a monster amount of growth. So if you take a look here, the truck starts at $39,900. So I quickly did some quick math. So if we multiply 600,000 times 39, basically $40,000, 600,000 times $39,900, that's over $23 billion in potential revenue. And like I said, this article is a few months old, so I'm guessing they have probably closer to 1 million reservations now. This product is going to be a major hit. So as we take a look here, we can see that deliveries have actually been delayed a bit. So, obviously to the whole situation, it says they won't be delivered until 2022. So, people are expecting this in late 2021, but 2022, that means this is going to take a little bit longer to add revenue to the bottom line. So why is this so important, and what does this have to do with Tesla's stock price? Well, let's take a look at their trailing 12 months revenue. So to get this number, I simply go to macrotrends.net, guys. Awesome site. You can visualize this stuff. So if we take a look here at the chart, we can see that the trailing 12 months revenue for Tesla is about $28 billion. So As you can see here, the company has come a long way. And one of the reasons why I think it's ridiculous to think that this stock is going to be worth $4 is, have you ever seen a company that's grown revenue like this worth $4? I mean, $4 makes it a penny stock, guys. A penny stock. You don't have a lot of penny stocks increasing their revenue. Look at this. 2012, 400 million. 2013, 2. 2025, 4. 2017, 11 billion. 2018, 21. No. Okay, so just look in 2010, 100 million, right? 2015, 4 billion. Now they're doing, 24 billion in the latest year, 28 billion over the last 12 trailing months. And look at the graph. Look at the revenue, just up. So why? Now, obviously, they're doing dilution. So why would the dilution not cause the stock price to go to $4? Well, obviously, because the dilution is good for the company. It's not like they're just diluting the stock and taking the money and giving it, to the insiders. No, they're using the money to build factories so they can produce more products. So this is going to add a lot of intrinsic shareholder value. It's not going to make the share price go down because the offerings aren't dilutive in a negative way. Would you rather Tesla basically get into debt, like take all these loans or issue bonds or things like that, and then have to pay back all this interest in a time now where basically lean companies are the ones that are going to do the best in the future, that, having too much debt can literally make your company go bankrupt? We saw what happened to companies like Hertz. We saw what happened to JCPenney's. JCPenney, too much debt can be terrible. So it's better to dilute the stock like less than 1%. Like, by 2025, is anyone going to be thinking about an offering that Tesla made during a pandemic now? Once again, this is a pandemic situation. This is still dire times for a lot of people across America. The fact that the company's raising money to make the company even better, it's just much better. But the fact that someone would even think that, guys, I think it's really important to take a look at this. So what I want to show you guys, I want to show you guys two charts. So the first chart I'm going to show you is Tesla's stock chart over the... Okay, so as you can see here, we're taking a look at the stock chart here. So as you can see here, if we just go to the year-to-date performance, we can see that Tesla stock. So if we take a look here at the year-to-date performance, we can see that Tesla, and it's actually up 600%. So now let's step back a little bit. Let's go back to 5 years, right? Okay, so we step back here over the last 5 years. Tesla stock is up over 1,000%. So what really caused all of this? And I'm going to give you guys a reason why. The reason why is the cash have an inverse relationship. So that means that good stock, now not a junk stock, not a junk company, but good stocks go up over time and cash goes down. So how to visualize this? Why is this explained? Well, as you can see here, as the stock price has gone up, it's basically follow this chart. So guys, this chart is so important to understand, and I wish they would teach this in school. Cash, like when I was growing up, everyone was saying like save money, save money, save money, and that's a good idea. But it's more important, I think, to invest money than to save money, and this is why. So if we take a look at this graph, we can see here that from 1800 to 2002, if you had $1 back in 1800 and you invested that dollar in stocks, by 2002 you'd have over $462,000, right? If you put that dollar in a bond, you'd have $1,000. You put it in treasury bills, you'd have $300. If you put it in gold, so gold is an excellent preserver of wealth. And what I mean by that is that if you put your money in gold, the amount of gold you have, it's not going to increase or decrease in value. It's basically going to maintain its value. So basically, the amount of money that could have purchased, $1 worth of gold, if you had purchased it in the 1800s, that gold is going to have the same intrinsic value today. Like I said, it just preserves your capital. So, obviously, a lot of people are turning to gold during unsure economic times, but you can't expect to buy gold and as an investment to make a lot of money. You put your money in gold because you don't want to suffer downside risk from holding cash. Look at the value of cash. Cash, you'd have 7 cents. So stocks are going to continue to go up. Stock prices, market caps will go up, and that's because the business is doing better. So a dilutive effect will never cause a stock to go down to $4 if the underlying business itself is doing better. And as I showed you guys here with Tesla revenue, You know, a company that is continually increasing revenue like this will never be worth $4 because most companies can't achieve this. Most companies are either flat revenue or it's going down. So the fact that Tesla keeps going up, it's just so bullish. But now I'm going to give you guys exactly why I'm on a $5,000 price target. I just wanted to kind of get that out of the way if there was perhaps any confusion about why stocks will keep going up. And the reason is I simply used a simple discounted compounded annual growth rate. So all I did was I used a simple tool over here called Morningstar.com, and all I did was I typed in Tesla stock, and it gave me Tesla's 10-year compounded annual growth rate. So basically what that means is that every year over the last 10 years, Tesla stock has gone up about 58% on average now. So obviously some years were more, some years were less. Obviously this year was ridiculous. It was 800%. But, you know, over the last 52 weeks and over year to date, it was 600%. But on average, over the last 10 years, Tesla stock basically ticked up around 58%. So what I did here is I went over to this website called compoundannualgrowthcalculator.net, and then I typed in these numbers. So all I did was I started at the stock price, which is $649, and then I put in a compounded annual growth rate of 50%. I didn't use 58%, guys. I used 50%. And then I just tracked the price. So after 5 years, if Tesla grows even a little bit slower than it's been growing, the price will be around $4,928. And guys, you know, this math really works. You know, the reason why it works is it just takes emotions out of it. If you take what a stock has been doing over the long run and you use that rate and you know, obviously you reduce it a bit, because let's say it's not going to grow at 58% over the next 5 to 10 years, it might grow 50% or 40%. But I think it's important to kind of, you know, knock that number down a bit to give you a more conservative average. You can even use the 5-year rate, which is 70, and that would give you a much higher stock price. But like I said, when I give you guys targets, I like to be very conservative, because usually my targets, sometimes if I'm right, you know, I say it's going to take 5 years, it might get there in 2 years or 3 years. But if you have a conservative target and you're dealing with a good company, it will reach there. So basically, this is one of the reasons why I think it's ridiculous to think it's going to $4 and why $5,000 is a more realistic target. That Cybertruck revenue is going to absolutely explode this company's top line growth. And they already have other trucks planned. They have the Tesla Semi plan. They're going to expand the Roadster. There's even, I saw a video and I read a report about Tesla's even dabbling in flying taxis. So yes, it is possible that we could see $5,000 a share from Tesla stock in the next 5 years. I know it sounds, you know, a bit crazy, and some of these people are saying, but look at the PE ratio, but they keep diluting. But guys, remember this chart. Remember this chart. This is the chart I always look at when I'm like, oh, a stock, it's going up so much. How can it keep going up? Because the business is doing better. The stock will follow the business over the long run. And the reason why stocks went up so much over the last 200 years is because American business has grown so much over the last 200 years or so, guys. So I hope this kind of clarified some things up, guys. Really take a look at this chart. I wish they would teach this in high school. It would help so many people. And I think a lot more people would be invested in the stock market. I hear a lot of people talk about stocks are risky and things like that. I think it's risky to not invest in the stock market, to basically hold all your money in cash when cash every day just loses value, where you could just be making gains in the stock market. I mean, it's not like buying Tesla stock or any stock is bad, right? I mean, you have to eat food, right? So if you're eating, you're probably going to go to Walmart. If you're buying something online, you're probably going to go to Amazon. If you want an electric car, you might buy a Tesla. You know, a lot of you guys are watching this video right now on an Apple product. So there's really nothing wrong with investing in the company. If you're willing to buy the products, why not buy a portion of the company as well? So that's just my take, guys. I thought that comment was really got me a little bit riled up, but maybe I wasn't clearly explaining everything on my Tesla price projections. But Tesla stock $5,000, guys, by 2025. Book it. Probably will hit it sooner, but because I'm super conservative on my price targets. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, guys, please hit the thumbs up button. Tell me what you think Tesla stock will trade at in the next 5 years. It'll really be interesting to hear your guys' opinions. And smash that red subscribe button if you want to see more future videos from me. I also send out a daily stock market watch list, 5 to 10 stocks I'm looking at for that particular day. You can get that by clicking the link in the description box or going to investortrip.com/newsletter. So that's it. Until next time, guys. Take care.